Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Marginal at Best. We took a week off. We had to. A lot of schedule conflicts, a lot of, there wasn't really, well, I ain't gonna say drama, but just scheduling conflicts. Somebody had to work over 8 hours, which I know is, frowned upon and people cry about when they have to work 8 hours, but that's another story. I had to work 8 hours. Oh, stop. You worked what? Back to back 12?
Yep.
Been there, done that.
One of them was due to a power outage, though, so it's kind of one of those things that's a little bit beyond our control.
Well, when you got one battery that runs the whole damn town, apparently.
9 volt, and it went out.
Yeah, they had to change it. So, on today's episode, we're going to look about, or we're basically going to talk about cartoons. Why? Because we can and we like cartoons. But it's like cartoons that we watched when we were growing up. And I can't even really say there's anything I watch now. I mean, I watch but we're talking like, I forgot the name of Young Justice. The Young Justice series. I thought that was good. And we're talking cartoons. I'm talking about animated movies. You're going to talk about animated movies. The DC movies are great.
That's a whole different ballgame right there.
But, things like that. But as for like stuff we grew up, you got up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Before you had to do chores, you grabbed a bowl of cereal and you sat down and watched your Saturday morning cartoons. And I've got a list from the 70s. These are cartoons from the 70s. Now this is excluding the Looney Tunes and the Flintstones and the Jetsons and things of that effect.
You're not talking all of Hanna-Barbera. You're not excluding all of them.
No, there's Hanna-Barbera. There's all kinds of Hanna-Barbera in here on this list. Like I said, the first one that's on the list, this is IMDb. The first listed cartoon is the Pink Panther show.
Yeah, I remember that.
I watched Pink Panther. Never quite understood it. But I watched it. All I know is that there was an aardvark that wanted to get an ant, and the ant said no.
Yeah, but it's the voice of the aardvark was
Why is my printer printing?
Magic.
Oh, okay, it's my daughter. That blur that just ran by.
Hi, Bud.
Bud. Hi. Yellow warning next time. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? No problem. You drew the Death Star. Check it out. She drew the Death Star. For her math class.
Oh, for math class or in math class?
No, for math class.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool. This is a much better picture.
Hey, no. Oh, darn. He dug it down.
Anyway. So like I said, the first one on here was Pink Panther. Like I said, I watched it, but I didn't quite understand it. Because I don't know if it was supposed to be geared to adults or what, but I mean, like I said, you had the aardvark, you had Pink Panther, you had Clouseau.
No, Clouseau and Pink Panther never spoke. It was only the ant and the aardvark spoke.
Yeah.
Now, wasn't the aardvark the voice of Jackie Mason?
I believe so.
Who was the ant?
I don't know. Give me a second. I'll click on it and see. Is it going to tell? Okay, here we go. Top Cat, Rich Little. Rich Little did 4 episodes, 1969. I'll have to expand the screen out. Well, no, just everything disappeared. I think it was Jackie Mason. If not, it was Rich Little.
No, but the ant, though.
Oh, the ant. I don't know.
The ant. That's what I'm curious about.
says the stars are Rich Little, Paul Frees, Dave Barry, and Larry Storch.
Rich Little, Deborah
So-
DeBoers. John Binder. Good Lord. Really? Hal Smith was one of the voices. And you don't know who Hal Smith is, do you?
Nope.
Otis from the Andy Griffith Show.
Now I know who Hal Smith is.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Catfish, Fatso. And some are listed as just voices. No matter who the character is, just voices.
So the next one on the list is the ABC Saturday Superstar movie, which I have no fucking clue what was. It just says hour-long animated specials, many based on existing properties and or pilots for new series. So I don't know what that was. I never watched it. Did you ever watch the Addams Family cartoon?
I vaguely remember it. I remember the old Addams Family series with John Astor.
The next one, The Adventures of Batman. The animated debut of Batman and Robin brings a dynamic duo to animated life in Filmation's cult classic take on the Dark Knight and the Boy Wonder.
How many different versions of Batman series have we watched over the years?
There's a ton. Now, Batman the animated series is the end-all be-all. That'll always be the best.
Yes.
Now, here's one I know I never watched, The Adventures of Gulliver. Gulliver's Travels?
No.
Yeah, well, it says here, The Adventures of Gary Gulliver and his search for his missing father. And this was, and again, it says the all-new Popeye Hour, because I remember the original Popeyes, because who doesn't remember the original Popeyes? You know, him and Bluto. And even at a young age, even as a young kid, as a kid watching that, I never understood the fascination with olive oil. She was a fucking twig. She was a stick. You know? You're like, dude, you could do better.
But think about it. For where they were, did you see any other females?
Point. Okay, then. All right. I guess that answered that question. They just went right for the only one that was there. Yeah, because she was the only chick in the entire cartoon.
Yep.
This next one's called Galaxy Goof Ups. That sounds like, I guess we should name the show instead of Marginal Best, should call ourselves the Galaxy Goof Ups. That one, obviously, well, this one starred Mel Blanc, John Stevenson, Lenny Weinrib, and Dawes Butler, whoever that is. Only one I know is Mel Blanc. But then you probably couldn't have a cartoon without Mel Blanc doing something in it. You know, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then, all right. Next one, you'll know this one, Godzilla. Now, this is the original Godzilla. This is the first one, is Godzilla.
Better with Godzuki in it.
I can't remember if I watched the original Godzilla or not.
I did.
Here's one I know you watched this one because this one's probably got your name written all over it. Goober and the Ghost Chasers.
I know what you're talking about.
A dog able to become temporarily invisible and his human companions investigate mysteries involving the paranormal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Goober and the Ghost Chasers. And the one thing I noticed about this list when I was looking at it earlier is, you know what? Probably, I would have to say at least 75% of cartoons dealt with
Ghosts.
Mysteries.
Well, I mean,
mysteries. Wasn't necessarily all ghosts, but it's just mysteries. They all
Scooby-Doo and all them, yeah.
Yeah. The Great Grape Ape Show.
I used to love watching The Great Grape Ape.
Tender, passionate relationship between a 40-foot purple ape and his wisecracking canine pal.
What was the one used to irritate my sister the most. If something happened to Grape Ape's foot or something hit his toe or somebody stepped in something sharp, and he'd bounce around, hold his foot, going, "Ooh, oh, Grape Ape." Irritated the living daylights out of my sister. So what did I do all day? Ooh, oh, Grape Ape, Grape Ape.
Of course. Why wouldn't you do it? Here's one that took me back because I remember watching it, and it's funny. Groovy Ghoulies.
Oh man, I used to love Groovy Ghoulies.
Sabrina's
They,
involved with a band of monsters, the Groovy Ghoulies, a rock band with Dracula, the Wolfman, Bless You, and Frankenstein, who scare people for their own amusement.
yeah, they used to come on Saturday mornings, and the
Yep.
local station in Charleston carried the reruns of it or whatever in the afternoons. So sometimes you get home from school and, the afternoon cartoons and stuff, they would play those too.
The Hardy Boys, never watched it, didn't care, but I didn't even like the books. Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, bullshit. But guess what? Rock and roll band solving mysteries and catching criminals.
They had the TV series with Parker Stevenson, Sean Cassidy, or something like that. Those two.
I can't
The
remember.
the Hardy Boy and Nancy Drew mysteries come on Sunday evenings.
Now, yeah. Lori probably would have watched it if it had TV, but it hadn't been invented at the time. Yeah.
Still tapping out pictures on rocks.
Well, as I said, they looked at the cave drawing. Ooh, look, Hardy Boy. Yeah. Nancy Drew. Man. It would have got away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Ugh.
Bunga bunga.
Okay, Return to the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah, remember that one.
the animated one.
Yeah, remember that one.
Ooh, we ain't got much long. It's 3979. They returned to Earth in the year 3979 AD and discovered that intelligent apes are now the highest form of life. We ain't that far from that.
There's some
Just saying.
there's some counties out there that are there already.
Yeah.
No
Well,
comment, huh?
well, no. Again, we're not getting into certain subjects, but I heard a story about a bunch of twits that pulled bear cubs out of a tree to take pictures with them. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the bears are smarter than the assholes that pulled them out of the tree. Yeah. Then from what I understand, the one of them that was pulling them out of the tree was probably big as the tree, is what the story said, and that one got bit. So I guess the poor bear has to be get rabies shots or something now. Jesus Christ.
Like these little
Yeah,
videos
have
of
got
people who got there to see the mountain goats. You go, oh, look at the pretty mountain goat. And you see the goat run up and smear them.
But 9 times out of 10, if a baby bear, and from what the story said, these were like newborn cubs. These were
Oh,
like
Mama
cubs.
was there.
Yeah, so Mama wasn't far away.
No.
You know.
No.
That's a Darwin Award. Pick, enjoy. That's a Darwin Award in the making. Anyway. All right. I watched this one because it's a superhero thing, but Plastic Man. And because
I love
it's
Plastic
stupid.
Man.
Plastic Man's stupid. He's just a stupid character. But you know what? I tell you what's funny is if you in the comic book lore now,
Yeah.
Plastic Man is one of the most powerful characters out there.
Now, if I remember right, now these are cartoons. You're doing cartoons from the 60s or 70s.
This is the 1970s. But Plastic Man, the original is a stretchable superhero, various other characters. But like I said, if you go into the lore now, into some of the comics that were done in the last 5 years, Plastic Man is right up there with just about Superman and Wonder Woman power wise. Now, it's like Deadpool. They make Deadpool in the comics, in the original Deadpool comics, he was not the goofy Deadpool comics that came out, where he was lobotomized. But Plastic Man, and the early Plastic Mans, he's goofy, stupid, bumbling, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
It's funny.
Pretty powerful.
I'm looking through the cast of that series, the Plastic Man cartoon series.
Yeah,
And
Joe Baker, Michael Bell, Melody Britt, and John Stevenson's what they have listed here.
Oh, but if you look on further down, you'll see Frank Welker, and Frank Welker has done a lot of voices. He's done Megatron. He did Fred on Scooby Doo Mysteries, all that stuff. Yeah, he's done a lot of different voices across the years. You expect to hear him.
Yeah.
One of the voices on there, though, you don't expect to hear, Peter Cullen.
That's Optimus Prime.
He was one of the voices on that series.
Wow. Well, you said the other guy did Megatron. So
yeah, Welker. But Welker, he has a wide range of voices he does.
Yeah,
remember
but that's just like
the Ghostbusters cartoon.
When you get Rob Paulson, you're more likely going to get Maurice. Those two
work
all the time. So you would expect that Optimus Prime and Megatron have worked together more than once.
But Peter Cullen has such a unique voice. He's Optimus Prime.
Yeah, but he could be a bad guy. That's a good bad guy voice.
It probably was. I'd like to know which one he was. It'd be interesting to see.
But all right, now this one they can't show it anymore because it's gratuitous violence. But the Roadrunner show.
I love the Roadrunner show.
I saw something where they said that I don't remember. It was about Mel Blanc, I believe. But they said when it came to the Coyote and the Roadrunner, first off, nobody spoke in the originals. There was no speaking.
Right.
And every gadget he bought had to come from Acme, had to be from the Acme company. And that the only harm that could happen on the show was because the devices didn't work properly. They worked on him, but they couldn't. They said the Roadrunner was harmed. They said you can't harm the Roadrunner.
That's interesting.
But I just remember it's funny because I remember watching them during Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny and stuff, and I wasn't a big fan. It wasn't until later in life when I would watch them, and you would sit there and go, "That's fucking hilarious."
Oh yeah,
yeah. Especially the catapult when he's trying to sling the rock, and it wouldn't ever do anything to the point where he gets underneath it and pulls the trigger and it just collapses it on top of him.
Any of them with the rockets were always my favorite.
I watch them and you're like, okay, wait a minute.
You knew they were going to go wrong no matter what, but how were they going to go wrong?
But you remember the one where he put the ice maker on his back and had the spout coming over him, and he had jet propelled skis?
Yes.
He made his own snow so he could ski
in the desert.
Yeah, I'm like, well. And then there was always the rocket powered skates, the springs. The spring was good. He would back up, and then and he'd be all wound up in it. That was another always paint.
Always on dynamite. Always had dynamite somewhere.
Acme Dynamite. But he would paint the tunnel on the wall. Hell, they use that gag nowadays.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that.
Well, don't you remember on Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yep.
When he's in the store, they actually have the box. It actually has the hole, the big black patch. He throws on the wall and just reaches into the hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they still use that gag to this day. But like I said, you can't show them now because they're violent. they show violence. Now,
We'll
here's
find him.
one that I asked Lori about. Lori didn't know, but you probably know this one. The not robotic, Stooges.
Oh, God, yes.
Three Stooges are now bionic secret agents fighting the forces of evil in their own unique style, much to the dismay of the long-suffering boss, Agent 000.
Yep. It didn't last very long, if I remember right.
No, but it was funny. It was funny that they had them. Here's one I've never seen, didn't even know of. The Roman Holidays. Same people who brought us the Flintstones, similar cartoon about people living in Rome in 63 AD. Never watched it.
No.
Say this one 5 times fast. The Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan.
Dude, I had the lunchbox.
Charlie Chan.
I had the lunchbox for that one.
That one's,
Lunchbox and thermos. Yes, the Charlie Chan clan.
You know whose name on this list you'll recognize?
What's that?
Jodie Foster.
In that cartoon? No.
Yep. Jodie Foster's name's on it.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, it says it right there. It says
And Chan. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Key Luke. Here's Charlie Chan. Oh, good grief.
Yeah. I said that was a goofy one. I remember that one, though. It was just funny.
Yeah, but I had the lunchbox.
There you go. All right. Now, this is the first one, the Harlem Globetrotters, the original Harlem Globetrotters. This wasn't the Super Globetrotters. This was the original Harlem Globetrotters.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. Scatman Carruthers was on that one.
Yep.
I remember him. The original Aquaman. Ted, that one. It says Diana Maddox, Pat Harrington Jr., Ted Knight, and Gerald Moe. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. No. And see if you can finish the title. All right, you ready? Help. It's the
I can do it.
Hair Bear Bunch.
No, I can do it.
You didn't watch the Hair Bear Bunch?
Hated that one.
Okay.
My sister loved it. I hated it.
And of course, here's our all-time favorite, and we can do a whole show on this one. Schoolhouse Rock.
Yep.
Well, like I said, what I will say is, and what I didn't realize, like I told you before we came on, is I didn't realize there were 7 seasons and 96 episodes. That's what blew my mind. But then again, it says right here, 1973 to 2009. So they kept making them up till 2009.
Yeah, but did they stop and then come back to making them again, or did they make them the entire way?
I don't know. But it does say right here, each one of them was 3 minutes. It was a 3-minute cartoon. That's what it says. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah, just about a song. Yeah.
Archie's TV funnies. Man, I was never into Archie.
No.
Another one, I've never heard of this one. Hocus Pocus. Don't know that one.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus featured an apprentice wizard who magically time traveled forward from the Middle Ages named Cripson, who worked in the film department of a public library who got along with his and then something else. But yeah, I never saw that one. Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo. Everybody knows that one.
Scooby Doo, yeah. Scrappy Doo.
Not so
Eh.
much. Around the World in 80 Days.
God, how many
No,
different cartoons and movies have they made about that one?
yeah, well. 1974 to 1975. Drum roll, please. Hong Kong Phooey.
Dude, don't knock Hong Kong Phooey. They know Scatman Crothers classic.
Oh, yeah. Kung Fu Fighting Pup and his snickering cat sidekick battle crime. Hong Kong Phooey.
What
That's
now?
not. I just got Hong Kong Phooey stuck in my head. The Scooby Doo Dynamite Hour.
I vaguely remember some of that one.
So Scooby Doo and the gang solve mysteries and mysteries. And then Blue Falcon and Dynamite fight crime in each 2-part episode of this animated series. Casey Kasem's listed on there.
Well, he was the voice of Shaggy.
Yeah. Another one I never watched. Hot Wheels. The exploits of Jack Rabbit Wheeler and the Hot Wheels Racing Club.
Nope.
But you know what name I'll tell you the name right here that I recognize, Albert Brooks.
Wonder?
Albert Brooks.
How many of the older generation of actors nowadays got their start voicing cartoons and commercials? That would
Scooby-Doo,
be
where
interesting to
are
go back
you?
and look at. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was a classic. That's one everybody knew.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo. Another one I don't remember. The Hound Cats. I never heard of that one. It says a crack team of 5 specialists used daring to battle crime in this Mission Impossible takeoff using animated animals. Nah, I don't know that one.
No.
Here's one that just you couldn't even make today because of the name, just the name of it. I'll read the description after I tell you the name of this fucking thing. You ready? Baggy Pants and the Nitwits. Ran from 1977 to 1980. Baggy Pants and the Nitwits. Baggy Pants was the world's first superhero. Now he's the oldest, but his elderly crime fighter wife, and still equally elderly, his elderly crime fighter and his equally elderly superheroine wife still have a few tricks up their sleeves as they continue to combat crime. Baggy Pants and the Nitwits.
Is that an American cartoon?
I don't know. Well, okay, here's who was in it. Ruth Buzzy, Artie Johnson,
Okay.
Joanne Woolley,
Cast a
Alan
laugh
Melvin.
in.
Probably a bunch of laugh-in cats did it.
That's what it was. That's the cast. That's a lot of cast and laugh in. Those 70s laugh in.
Yeah, but Baggy Pants. Like I said, if you try to name something that, somebody'd be like, "Here's my I'm offended flag." Can't say that. Can't say nitwit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Not going anywhere with it. Not worth it.
Nope. Okay, here's another good one. Bailey's Comets. Roller skating teams are in a worldwide race to find clues to $1 million prize. Sounds like something Mr. Beast would do.
Yeah, it does.
Here's your next challenge. You got to roller skate worldwide to get $1 million. but you can't take your skates off. And anybody from the 70s knows what was the hardest thing to do. Go to the bathroom while wearing roller skates. Right? Oh, the challenge in and of itself. Whoa, 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 shit. I couldn't imagine having to try to sit down with a pair of roller skates on.
That's what I was going to say.
That's, anyway. What are you doing there? Shut up! Leave me alone. You get
Trying to pull your pants up with roller skates.
I've gone to a whole different place. Pull your pants up with roller skates. Okay. Sure, there are people out there that can relate. Like I said, I just know it was not easy. You go, but you had to skate to the bathroom, then you had to get in, and then try not to hit the wall as you're skating towards the urinal. Scooby Doo's Laugh Olympics. I watched those.
God. Yep.
The Laugh Olympics. This one, I've never heard of it. It's called the Barkleys. The Barkleys. It's a cartoon starring dogs, similar to All in the Family. Heard of it either? But
How many seasons did it run? How many years?
I think it made one. It says 1971. Yeah,
That could be
probably.
why.
I Am the Greatest: The Adventures of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, never watched that one either.
He was in it though. I mean, he voiced himself apparently. This is an animated series featuring heavyweight boxing legend Muhammad Ali, but I never watched it. Sea Lab 2020.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Oceanauts. You're an oceanaut. You're not an astronaut. You're an oceanaut. A cartoon adventure series that focused on a group of oceanauts in their experimental complex on the ocean floor. But they're oceanauts.
Oceanaut.
Yep. I don't want to be an oceanaut. I want to be a dentist.
Oceanaut.
All right, a couple more. We'll do a couple more. Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle.
Yes, remember that one. No, wasn't a fan.
I
My sister
can't
liked
say I
that
didn't.
one.
Well, it's Tarzan. All right, last one we'll do this episode. Again, you couldn't do this one because somebody get pissed off. Inch High Private Eye.
Dude, I remember that one. Always wore a little trench coat and a hat. Kind of always hands in his pockets, about this big.
Animated children's show about a private detective who was only a few inches tall. Aided by some normal-sized teenagers, he solved a variety of, say it with me, mysteries.
Mysteries. Is that a Hanna-Barbera also? Or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can tell by the animation. But, actually, I'll click on it just to double check. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it's Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, they churned out cartoon ideas left and right.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll do that's the cartoon. That's all we'll do for today on that one. Because that's a third of the list. So we got 2 more thirds to go with some really good ones. There's one on there that I completely forgot about, and as soon as I said something to Lori about it, she's like, I don't know if I remember that one. And then she goes, never mind, I remember it.
Oh, give it to me now. Don't let me hanging.
Nope, that one's coming up. It was a good one too because it was one of the ones where it's like when I actually saw the picture and I read the title, I was like, oh, I remember that goddamn thing. And then it was like I remember how cool it was because it was again it's one of them stupid ones, but it's stupidly cool. So I'm
It
gonna leave
wasn't
it.
on stone tablets then.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
this
good.
one
You said
wasn't on
Lord,
paper.
remember.
Yeah, it
Okay,
wasn't cave wall. It was a good one,
papyrus,
huh?
papyrus or vellum.
Papyrus. It was probably papyrus. I would, yeah. They made scrolls. They drew pictures and they ran side to side.
Scroll really fast and they move.
So what's she gonna do? Cut me off? Nah, ain't gonna happen. I don't get it anyway.
What you gonna do?
So what else is going on?
Other than the other business stupidity across the week, not much.
Yeah.
Not much at all. Normal stuff. People can't drive. People think the world is NASCAR. 55
Well, I
mile an
had
hour road, and they got to do 70 or 80.
I had a Christian moron the other day that how to navigate a four-way stop. Yeah, you come to a four-way stop. So if you're coming to a four-way stop and you're stopped, you're dead stopped, and the idiot coming the other way is still rolling, I can go.
Yep.
But then the idiot who came to a rolling stop decided he didn't want to stop. But he stopped because I'm not going to fucking, dude, the front of my truck will break most anything out there.
Yep.
So I am not concerned. That was a nice little jog down memory lane with some of those, I think.
That's scary little jog down memory lane on some of those.
I mean,
That's a third of the list.
yeah, it's a third of the list. But again, those were entertaining. You watched them, you were entertained. You weren't given a damn. Most of them had a moral. Yes, they had morals. The moral of the story is, you know,
Well, there were a lot
that
of
an
them that
idiot.
actually even did that at the very end of the series, at the end of the cartoon.
That's the thing. The moral of the story is a band with no talent can easily entertain idiots with a stupid puppet show. If you don't know those lyrics, look them up. One of the best songs ever. Three Little Pigs. But that's the thing is, again, every episode of Scooby Doo, they caught the bad guy, but for some reason they always thought that there was a real fucking ghost. I never understood that shit. It's like it's not, it's not real. You just went through this shit last week. It's like it's not a real ghost. It's a dude in a mask.
Jinkies.
Yeah, but jinkies. But you're still scared of the damn thing. And the moral of the story on Scooby Doo was, don't do drugs. I guess I don't remember. I mean, it's like you do crime, you get caught, and I would have got away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids.
Make sure you get plenty of Scooby snacks. That's what the moral is.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, the cartoons were just cartoons. I mean, it was a cartoon. There was no moral to Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. It was Wile E. Coyote was trying, and again, you look at the Roadrunner, and you're like, I get it. There's not much out there, I guess, to eat, but there ain't a whole lot of Roadrunner to consume. There wasn't a whole lot to that bird. And he damn sure could have been tender if you're going to go off of that logic. Because he used all the muscles in his body to run. Or,
Yeah, great drumsticks. Should have had great drumsticks. Not much on the wing.
Not much on the whole damn bird. No, the coyote's head was bigger than his body. He
It was
Wasn't
it was
shit.
an appetizer.
Yeah, it was. But like I said, those were just funny. It was just funny because somebody had to sit around and think, okay, what else can we do to this coyote? What other thing can he throw together to try and catch this damn thing? Like the rocket sled, he builds a whole damn track just on his sled so he can try and catch the thing.
I mean, you gotta wonder. I'm sorry, I got somebody's actually. My helper at work, my part timer.
Okay.
Let me just answer him real quick.
But like I said, I mean, it's like they had to sit around and think of what other devices can we give the coyote, you know, what other ways can we try to catch the roadrunner? You know, you put a bowl of birdseed in the middle of the road, it stops dead on a dime, starts eating the birdseed, and then he tries to drop something on it.
Well, one of my favorites is when he puts the birdseed, but the metal bearings in there also.
Yeah.
Because he's going to use a giant magnet, and the roadrunner eats the bearings and everything.
And the magnet worked. He had the big magnet, and off he went. Magnet and a pair of roller skates. Anyway, all right, we're gonna call this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little walk down memory lane. We'll have another one. We'll do much more. YouTube. Oh, speaking of that, I think we're gonna try and go YouTube live one night. We're gonna give it a shot. Do a live show. As soon as I get the minutia figured out, we'll do a live YouTube show.
I'll have to do my hair.
Oh yeah, I do mine. But that's something because you can do YouTube live, so I got all that in the works. I signed up for it, and you have to wait. But anyway, I got that going. But YouTube, Facebook, X, Spotify. I'm on Instagram now, and I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff on Instagram, just little snippets here and there.
Any cooking shows or cooking recipes?
Oh, I'm putting all kinds of cooking stuff. I love cooking stuff. There's
Okay,
too many of those. Like I said, I don't understand the whole, trying to ban TikTok, and I don't really care because I don't use TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't care about TikTok. I don't care if it gets banned. But to me, Instagram's the same damn thing as TikTok. I don't know. Well, I mean, Meta owns Instagram. Facebook. But again, I don't give a shit who owns what. That doesn't. That's another. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, who owns YouTube? Google. Who cares? They want to ban. If they want to shadow ban or ban this, go for it. I mean, there's not a lot of propaganda when we're talking about cartoons. So, but anyway, look us up, hit us up, like, subscribe, give us a listen, give us ideas. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll do it again. So until next time.
Start the bus.
Don't miss the start of the hostilities, Bat fans. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.